All right. Ready? Still blinking.
It's all twitchy. That's what I get for trying to do crystal meth before a show. It's just so good.
Side note, did we just finish that bottle of tequila?
No.
Oh, no? How much is left on that? There's not much left in it.
Not even that. Let me mention something. The reason why I don't give a shit if the original creator is someone like big is behind it. Green Lantern, Jeff Johns. Do we not remember the press tour he did where he sat there? It's like,
That
movie's
is
going to be
true.
amazing. It's going to blow your mind. And I was fucking hopeful, even though everything I saw looked like shit, because he wrote fucking Blackest Night and everything leading up to that.
And Blackest Night was amazing.
It fucking was. And then when I finally watched that movie, I'm like, this shit is this. And the worst part is, I went to an early screening where I got to see it for free.
Come on. A CG
You know-
suit. Woo!
You know what my biggest complaint was? Right after watching it for free, fuck, I'm going to have to watch this at least 2 more times.
Because you have other friends who want to go see
Because
it.
of other friends and family. So I saw that movie 3 times in theaters.
Brave sacrifice.
And I'm pretty sure I wasn't legally able to drink when that happened.
Bitch, get away from my kale. I need that shit for life.
Okay. But anyway.
I still laugh at the fact with kale. Before it started becoming this whole health food trend, you had to have it in your salads and your shakes and God knows fucking what
Wasn't
else.
it just meant like as a garnish before?
The biggest purchaser of kale for
Trader
like
Joe's?
10
Not Trader
years
Joe's.
was Pizza Hut.
Fucking what, mate?
It wasn't used in any of the pizzas. It was used in that green,
Oh, just the shit around the salad
just
bar?
shit around the salad bar.
That's
that was
fucking
kale.
dumb.
Huh.
Pizza Hut was the largest purchaser of that for like 10 years.
Because what's the name of that steak place we used to go to? Claim Jumper. Claim Jumper, they used to put it as like the garnish on the side of their plates all the time.
Exactly. That's all it used to be, is either decoration or a garnish. And until someone's like, it has health food opportunities there, and then
Oh, it's just not good. But
she thought she was bulletproof. But anyways,
okay,
okay.
God, you know how I know you're old? You just made a fucking Sade reference. Not even that. You wouldn't let the Sade reference go.
No, I wouldn't.
You kept going with it. That is a Jordan move, sir.
You're welcome.
And respect.
They saw that.
Do you see this treasure?
They saw that.
He's too nice.
They saw that jolly dude with the blue eyes. They're like,
Well, both you and Lauren are like, well, how is that gonna work?
Oh no, I turned around and said, "This looks familiar, doesn't it?" Here's a link for a Dreamcast controller with the VMU attached.
Yes, and you're the garbage person because
Dreamcast is the best system
it's
ever.
really not.
It's a fantastic system.
Don't be wrong. I think it's underrated. I will give you that. It is incredibly underrated.
Yes.
For the simple fact that like you could look at all the games that actually came out for the Dreamcast in its short limited time.
Horribly short.
Like it had,
Unnaturally short.
like
Because
that
of the
bitch had the shelf life of like bananas.
the only unfortunate part of it is because it had the shadow of the PlayStation 2 coming out.
Again, there was a lot working against it. So again, as much as I want to hate it, just so I can give you shit,
I have this recording, you know.
can't. They had a lot going for it. Honestly, the way that the Dreamcast worked,
Mhm.
I honestly believe it is the precursor to Nintendo.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they took a lot of elements that were fun and really cool and exciting,
Mhm.
and had it been given the chance to live longer than it did,
The Just State.
we could have seen some of that.
Mhm.
And I truly believe that if it had been given the chance, it could have incredibly changed how we view video games today.
Mhm.
And on top of that, if you just look at the, like, there was maybe like 20 games that came out for Dreamcast.
Mhm.
Like if you mention some of those games, even people who aren't hardcore gamers are like, oh, I recognize like maybe half of those.
Mhm.
Shit like Jet Set Gemini, or Jet Set Radio, Sonic Adventure,
Crazy Taxi, you
Crazy
have
Taxi.
Choo Choo Rocket, you have
I mean-
Shenmue, you have a number
But
of games that came out for that thing.
But again, there was a lot going for it, but they were not enough
Dude,
and
the
too late.
Sega Net games, the 2K series of games.
But again,
NHL 2K was amazing.
Fanboy.
We had the Sega Net, and it was going through, and you
The
could play
game
these
failed.
games up until
Console failed.
2005. It
Console
never failed.
failed.
The fans always kept it in their hearts, and we moved forward. There was actually a new game released for it just
Easy there,
last year.
Yu-Gi-Oh! You're basically one step away from saying it's the heart of the goddamn cards.
It's always the heart of the goddamn cards. What are you talking about?
You make me sad sometimes.
Ah,
Especially because I know you're just being boxy. Because you're trolling.
what I do.
You don't remind
So
me of
there's,
Jesus.
there's more than one person that disappoints you on a regular basis?
I never owned a PS Vita. However, I did own a PSP, and I bought it initially just to fucking hack it.
Alright. For some kind of weird Hatsune thing?
No, it was just because I was trying to figure out how to bypass its security system, because with the UMD, their whole little mini disk drive on it. I want to see if I can bypass
God,
that.
I forgot about that.
Yes, my
You-
friends and I bought one
Jesus.
just to fucking hack it. I bought one game for it and one game only. Well, technically 2 games, but
And you touch his pee-pee? Jesus. Well done.
we
Say
could
what
possibly
they
get
wanna say, do what they want to. And
we could get him back. I mean, he is on his new tour right now.
Oh, good God.
Come on, don't you want to see him?
I mean, it's no Crip Jam, but that is a solid song.
Well, the
We
Crip Jam
argue
is
about
solid.
this, but again, Crip Jam's mine. It's got a horn section. And a weird scene with the Crypt Keeper going like this, which is booties.
Yeah,
Anyhoozle.
yeah. So,
What?
all right, we'll see. We'll have to see what happens, and hopefully, I'm right for once. We'll see. Yeah. Finish your drink. In middle school, they had a medieval times fair, and make sure before that we were prepared for that. I
For you?
paid to get a giant shield and sword made out of wood. And after school one day, I walked home carrying that.
Jess, remind me anytime I give him shit for not getting PB touches. I now know why. Color your skin has no bearing of how I make fun of you.
Hey, audience, I'm going to let Jason answer the question. How many times have you been cupped in the face so far, Jason?
Cupped in the face? Oh, technically never.
Exactly. Fuck you.
You got a cup of cheese to go once.
Total, ever, period.
You've gotten
No.
you've had a couple
so
rounds fired
far.
at you. You've had a couple rounds fired at you.
You've been in the line of fire. Unfortunately, you are the closest for that. So
Bro, I'm in the line of fire, and you're not even on the range.
Is this because see, Jason, this just comes from the time I unloaded on him unfiltered.
I will never forgive you for that.
Because I was hanging out watching TV. He jumped on the couch, got his ass about this close to my
Yeah.
face, and farted.
I wholeheartedly
Because-
deserve this.
Because
no
he
way.
wanted retribution for the cup of cheese to go. So immediately when he fell over on the chair and started laughing his ass off, I immediately jumped up on the couch where he was, dropped trowel, and did the same thing, but bare ass, this close to his face.
He straight up
And then I asked him
Joe
what-
my fucking
And
face.
then I asked him what it was like to have an unfiltered.
How bad was your pink eye after this?
I had to go to a hospital. I was traumatized. I'm still trying to get to my lawyer to see if we can make a case for therapy.
Nah.
See, the problem is you're making too much sense right now. You need more alcohol.
Problem is you two fucked up ahead of time.
With my retainer, I'm slurring all that shit anyway, so...
There wasn't far for you to go in the first place.
Thank you.
All right.
The weakest part of Solo was the feminazi robot.
Remember,
So-
she's part of the ship now.
But she's kept silent. Like all women should be.
Oh,
I looked
God
over
damn.
to give her a thumbs up, and she beat me to it.
All right, with that, we've actually finished this bottle, haven't we?
No,
Now we have.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, that bottle was well worth it. Anyways.